Welcome back, fight fans. Today, we're diving deep into the recent UFC 308 event, analyzing some of the most thrilling matchups. We'll break down the key moments, highlight the strengths of the winners, and pinpoint the weaknesses of the fighters who came up short. Let's get started. Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. In this highly anticipated middleweight clash, Khamzat Chimaev faced off against former champion Robert Whittaker. The fight was a showcase of Chimaev's relentless grappling and striking pressure. During the fight, Chimaev applied a face crank that caused significant damage to Whittaker's jaw and teeth. Initially, it was believed that Whittaker had suffered a broken jaw, which ultimately proved too much for Whittaker. Chimaev's strategy. Chimaev entered the fight with a clear game plan: to overwhelm Whittaker with his aggressive grappling and striking. From the opening bell, Chimaev applied constant pressure, not giving Whittaker any room to breathe. His ability to seamlessly transition between striking and grappling kept Whittaker on the defensive throughout the fight. Chimaev's striking was precise and powerful, setting up his takedown attempts perfectly. Once on the ground, Chimaev's grappling skills shone as he quickly moved to dominant positions and threatened with submissions. Whittaker's weaknesses. Whittaker, known for his striking and takedown defense, struggled to deal with Chimaev's relentless pace. His inability to defend against Chimaev's takedowns and submission attempts was evident. Chimaev's pressure forced Whittaker to make mistakes, leaving openings for Chimaev to exploit. Whittaker's defensive lapses on the ground allowed Chimaev to secure a first-round submission victory. Key moments. Opening exchange. Chimaev wasted no time, immediately closing the distance and landing powerful strikes. This set the tone for the fight and put Whittaker on the back foot. Takedown and control. Chimaev's first successful takedown came early in the round. Once on the ground, Chimaev's control was evident as he quickly moved to a dominant position. Submission finish. Chimaev's relentless pressure on the ground led to a submission attempt. Whittaker, unable to defend effectively, was forced to tap out, giving Chimaev the victory. Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. In this featherweight title bout, Ilia Topuria faced off against Max Holloway in what turned out to be a spectacular fight. Topuria's striking prowess and knockout power were on full display, leading to a third-round KO victory over Holloway. Topuria's strategy. Topuria entered the fight with a well-rounded game plan, focusing on a balanced attack that combined powerful strikes with precise timing. From the start, Topuria applied pressure, using his striking to keep Holloway on the defensive. His ability to mix up his attacks, targeting both the head and body, kept Holloway guessing and unable to establish his rhythm. Topuria's knockout power was evident as he landed several significant strikes that visibly hurt Holloway. Holloway's weaknesses. Holloway, known for his incredible endurance and high-volume striking, struggled to cope with Topuria's power and precision. While Holloway is typically able to outlast his opponents with his relentless pace, he found himself on the back foot against Topuria. Holloway's defensive lapses were exploited by Topuria, who capitalized on every opening. Holloway's vulnerability to heavy hitters was exposed, as he was unable to effectively defend against Topuria's powerful strikes. Key moments. Opening rounds. Topuria set the tone early with his aggressive striking, landing several clean shots that forced Holloway to retreat. Holloway attempted to respond with his strikes, but Topuria's power and accuracy gave him the upper hand. Mid-fight adjustments. As the fight progressed, Topuria continued to mix up his attacks, using feints and body shots to create openings. Holloway's attempts to counter were met with precise counters from Topuria, further highlighting the disparity in power. Knockout finish. In the third round, Topuria landed a devastating combination that sent Holloway to the canvas. The referee stepped in to stop the fight, awarding Topuria a well-deserved KO victory. Magomed Ankalaev versus Aleksandar Rakic. In the light heavyweight division, Magomed Ankalaev took on Aleksandar Rakic in a tactical battle. Ankalaev's precision striking and relentless pressure earned him a unanimous decision victory. Ankalaev's ability to control the pace and distance of the fight was crucial. Rakic, on the other hand, struggled to match Ankalaev's speed and accuracy, and his attempts to disrupt Ankalaev's rhythm with leg kicks were largely ineffective. Shara Bullet Magomedov versus Armen Petrosyan. In this thrilling middleweight bout at UFC 308, Shara Bullet Magomedov faced off against Armen Petrosyan. The fight was a showcase of striking skills and ended with one of the most incredible knockouts of the year. Magomedov's strategy. Magomedov entered the fight with a clear plan to utilize his speed and unorthodox striking techniques. From the start, he applied pressure with a series of flashy kicks and spinning attacks. His ability to mix up his strikes kept Petrosyan on the defensive. Magomedov's lead leg attacks were particularly effective, causing visible damage to Petrosyan and slowing him down as the fight progressed. Petrosyan's weaknesses. Petrosyan, known for his kickboxing background, struggled to keep up with Magomedov's pace and unpredictability. Although he landed some significant strikes early in the fight, he failed to capitalize on the damage he inflicted. Petrosyan's defensive lapses and inability to maintain a tight guard left him vulnerable to Magomedov's powerful strikes. Key moments. Opening exchange. The fight started at a frenetic pace, with both fighters exchanging heavy blows. Petrosyan landed a straight right hand that appeared to hurt Magomedov, but he didn't follow up, allowing Magomedov to recover. Mid-fight adjustments. Magomedov began to pick apart Petrosyan with his speed and lead leg attacks. Petrosyan's attempts to counter were met with precise strikes from Magomedov. Knockout finish. As the second round came to a close, Magomedov landed a double-spinning back fist that caught Petrosyan clean and sent him crashing to the canvas. The referee immediately called off the fight, awarding Magomedov a TKO victory. UFC upcoming fights. UFC 309, Jones versus Miocic. One of the most highly anticipated events is the heavyweight clash between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic. This fight is set to take place at Madison Square Garden on November 16th. Jones, the reigning champion, will defend his title against Miocic, a former champion and one of the greatest heavyweights in UFC history. UFC Fight Night, Moreno versus Albazi. On November 2nd, Brandon Moreno will face Amir Albazi in a flyweight bout at Rogers Place in Edmonton, Canada. Moreno, the former flyweight champion, is looking to reclaim his place at the top, while Albazi aims to make a big impact in the division. UFC Fight Night, Magny versus Prates. Scheduled for November 9th at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Neil Magny will take on Gabriel Prates in a welterweight matchup. Known for their resilience and technical skill, both fighters are expected to deliver an intense fight. UFC Fight Night, Yan versus Figueiredo. Peter Yan will face Davison Figueiredo on November 23rd at the Galaxy Arena in Macau, China. This thrilling bout pits two former champions against each other as they strive to regain their status in the UFC. Muhammad versus Rakhmonov. On December 7th, Bilal Muhammad is set to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This welterweight bout is highly anticipated as both fighters are top contenders in the division. UFC 308 delivered some unforgettable moments and showcased the incredible talent within the UFC. From Chimaev's dominant grappling to Topuria's knockout power, Ankalaev's precision striking, and Magomedov's spectacular KO, each fight provided valuable insights into the strengths and weaknesses of these elite fighters. Stay tuned for more fight breakdowns and analysis, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more UFC content.